Hi Teaquilters. Today is Wednesday, September 2nd. It is 7:01 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching this at any other time, just know that you're watching an upload of a live chat. So we're just going to wait for people to get in. I see we've got people here already. I was a little bit late and I don't even have my camera in position. So, got to do that as well. I'm trying to write down stuff so I don't forget to tell you all. Hold on, let me get you all in position. Hoping I can do it from here. Otherwise, I gotta walk around. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. All right, perfect position. Except that we got a lot of baskets showing, but that's okay. Welcome everybody. Sorry I was a little bit late. I forgot to get some information that I needed. So let's see. Close this all down. Your channel. Make sure I get everything in order here. I didn't do anything before I came on, so sorry guys. All right. So I'm just gonna pause me on the phone just so I can, hopefully I can still get the chats if I pause myself on the phone. All right. Vicky Lemire was here, 641 saying hello. Vivian Calvi at 641 saying hi T and everyone. Let's see. June Hansen was here saying hi T and everyone. Okay. Get a little less of the cart there. And I was sewing. I'm just going to slide that over too. Now we can be comfortable. Robin Boyd's here saying good evening, Miss T and everyone. June, Teresa McCormick saying I made it. Yippee. I hope everyone is doing well. Maddie Barnum is here saying hi T and everyone. A lot of you all are in here early tonight. Ellen Campbell was here. She says hi T and quilting friends. What's under the needle? Quilting Gal says hi T and everyone from rainy, muggy Maryland. Nothing under my needle. Been trying to do a little cleaning. And Time, I don't know who that is, says if you're a true fan of T, press 1. I don't know who the person's name is, but thank you so much. Pamela Tabor is here saying hi T and everyone. Maria Mayer is here saying hello T Quilters. Virgie saying T. Terry T is here saying hello to everyone. Patricia Coluccio says hey everyone. Mary's here saying hi all. Pamela Tabor is here saying hi to Mary. Graham says hello everyone and T. And Robin says press 1. I love Miss T. T Black is here saying hi T and all. See, Elaine Doucette saying good evening all. Marcia is here saying good evening T and everyone. So happy to be here tonight. Quilting for the Soul says hello T and everyone. Hi Sarah. Cheryl Klutz here saying hello T and everyone. Darlene Former is here, says greetings from Northern Virginia. Kevin the Quilter is here. He says there's my girl T, evening T Quilters. Remo JS says good evening Miss T and Quilters from Bowie, Maryland. My brother is here, Ray. He says, hey sis, I'm here. Hi everyone. Hope everyone stays safe. And you have my thumbs up. Thank you. Let's see. Kathleen Champs here says hi T. joining from Modesto, Northern California. All right. I think they get, my friend said she went there and they had so much snow last year. Judy is here, says hello Teaquilters. Pamela Tabor says happy birthday to the September babies. Yay. Claudette Bettis says hello T and everyone. Teresa Louise I Quilt too says hello T and friends. Laverne Farr says hello T and friends from Villa Ridge, Missouri. Hi Laverne. Let's see. Ellen is asking T, how do you put a chain on your presser? Cool. It's gonna be answered before you before this video is over. Robin says, OMG, I went a little crazy. I guess they shopping somewhere. Leetta Bryan is here. She says, hello TNT Quilters. Where did you get the chain for the Ripper? That's from Patricia. Michael Piccarelli is here. Hi, Mike. How are you? He says, hey, beautiful. Wanted to say hi. We need a dinner date. Kevin and I make dinner and you make dessert. I wonder what you want. That'll be cool, though. Oh, that is funny. Maddie says, T, no orders till October. I know I got it wrong. I want the seam ripper. And I'm going to talk about that, too. I did have to make an interim order, and I just ordered some stuff because somebody broke their ripper. So I'll talk about that. Let me get through the comments here. You all are talking to each other. That's pretty good. T, did Tiffany ask you about her seam ripper thingy? No, I don't know anything about her seam ripper. Hello, everyone, from Kathleen. Pamela Roberson is here. She says, good evening, T and everyone. And she put a number 1. Well, thank you all for the number 1s. Doris O is here saying, good evening, T and T Quilters. And yay, me, no answer. That's Patricia. It's coming, girl. Lip movement and voice not in sync. So I don't know what's up with that. Let me see if I take myself off of and go to the end, see if I'm synced with myself. I took my video off just so that I think that was what was, because I'm recording and looking at myself, I think that was part of my problem. I can't get it to turn the right way. Oh, that's because, I know why now, because I took it off of auto turn. Hold on. Whew. These phones. Whew. I'm trying to get it all the way to the end here. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going until I can catch up. Okay, I'm caught up on my phone, so I'm hoping that it'll work out. I'm going to put myself back on pause just to make sure that I don't mess up my chat box. Let's see, it popped me down to the bottom. I have to go back a little bit. Kathleen says, sadly, we are in drought belt. A rain in years, really. I'm acutely an hour from the snow and an hour and a half from the beach. Okay. Jackie K says, hello, T and friends. Wonderful day here. Hope you all are happy. Angela Stringer says, good evening, T and quilting friends. Emily Zihut is here. Says, hello, T and quilters. I waited for you today. It's 1 a.m. in UK. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Welcome. I appreciate you doing that. Diana Nelson is here saying hi, T. Hi, Diana. And let's see. Rachel McCauley says hello. She just joined the Facebook group. So welcome to the group, Rachel. Appreciate that. Ray says, hi, Auntie Faye. This is Muki. Oh, I know who that is. Hey, be a good girl. They all commenting. They comment. That's my brother's family commenting on his phone. Sue GSD says, "Hey TNT Quilters, the best part of the week is here." Well, thank you. And I'm gonna make sure I don't miss anybody. Elaine Doucette says it's a bit out of sync. Okay, so they saying that it is. I am out of sync. There's nothing that I can do other than start over, which means I'm gonna lose everybody that's currently here. So I don't want to do that. So just listen to me, I guess. I don't know what to tell you right now. This technology stuff is something else. Diane 57 is here, says, "I'm late, had to bring Augie Bear in here to start learning quilting." That is funny. She's got the pup in there. Debbie Williams is saying hello. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started for today. So I do want to talk about our Monday mega poll. The question on Monday this week was, how many rotary cutters do you have? And then I even put 0 just in case somebody does not have a rotary cutter, because you could have somebody that's, you know, that still does the cardboard cutouts. You just never know. We got, you know, some senior quilters out here. And I had 1 to 2, and then 3 to 5, and then 6 or more. Cut that on. See if that gives me a little bit more light. My glasses with the lights, they have the gray tint in it, and for some reason my brown tints didn't tint, but my gray tint does, so sorry about that as well. But so it was pretty interesting. So when I took the statistics, people are still voting on it. I didn't cut it off, but when I took the statistics, we had 102 people voted for 3 to 5 rotary cutters, and that was 52% of the vote. So a lot of us have a lot of rotary cutters, but that's not all. If you add 32% to that, that's 84% that has at least 3 to 5, because 32% of the people have 6 or more rotary cutters. So I thought that was pretty cool. And 1 to 2 rotary cutters, we had 31 votes, which was 16%. So it was pretty cool that a lot of us are rotary cutter collectors. I asked them also what was their favorites. A lot of people were saying Olfa and Fiskars. People like the ergonomic ones. Some people like their 45s. One person even said that they like cutting with their 28mm blades. I personally like cutting with the 60mm blades. Trying to think what else was said. Oh, and then some people in the comments said anyone that's sharp has a sharp blade. So I thought that was pretty funny too. And you are so right. When you're cutting and you just need to cut, you don't really care if you got to get it done. You just want a sharp blade. So that was pretty cool. So that was a great question. It was answered by, when I took the count, by 196 people. So that was a lot of people in the Facebook group that did that poll. So if you all got any suggestions for poll questions for Mega Monday poll, just send them to me in an email or let me know some kind of way, and I will also take them from people as well. But I'll be doing that on every Monday just to do some kind of poll. I don't know what the topics are going to be, but if you all have some suggestions, I'm willing to take those as well. Then we're going to do the September birthday shout outs. And I've seen some of you all in here. I haven't seen everybody in here. We've got Cheryl Clute, whose birthday was yesterday on 9/1. September 1, September birthdays. And then the 7th, we've got Jennifer Muzard. Deanna Johnson is September 8th. On September 13th, we've got Tucker Nace. His birthday is this month. Cheryl Lee's birthday is September 14th. On the 18th, we've got Kevin the Quilter. So happy birthday. Robin Boyd birthday, she's in here. Happy birthday, Robin. Her birthday is September 29th. And then on the 30th, we've got Gramps, whose birthday is on the 30th. So happy birthday to all of you all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of you this month that signed up for the birthday shout out list. If you want to sign up for the birthday shout out list, Diane, can you put my email address on there? You need to send it to me in an email so that I can add you to the list. Just your month and day is great. And then we'll give you a birthday shout out in your month. I may or may not do a raffle. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I have anything put together that I can give, like try to give one gift a month or something like that. But if I do, I'll just do it outside of this meeting, and then somebody will just receive something, okay, if you win. So we'll just do it that way for right now, because I don't have anything organized to go out. So that's the birthdays. Accuquilt dies did come in, the ones that I ordered, so I'll go over those. And I got my block sitting on top of them, so let me move this stuff around. All right. One of the dies I got was Snail's Trail. It finishes at 8 inches. I have made this quilt using, I'm trying to think of what's that lady's name, her method that I use. I can't remember her name right now. I'm blocking her name. She's a scrap quilter, has a lot of scrap quilt books. And she has one on just this technique. And I made one with a 3-color family, and it's really pretty. Pinks, light green, and the background was a white that had the pink and green dots in it. Really pretty. So this one I decided to pick up. And this one, you would think you could just use a die that cuts half square triangles, but on some of these edges, you're actually using quarter square triangles, and they're like weird sizes. So that's why I decided to go ahead and buy it, because they're like oddball sizes that wouldn't be necessarily in your regular Accuquilt Go quarter and half square triangles. So that's one. I'll just sit them up here on my cutting table, lean them up there. The next one I got was the Storm at Sea. I've been wanting to do the Storm at Sea and didn't necessarily want to paper piece it. So here's the block here. You can't see the top. But these blocks finish at 12 inches when it's all put together. So this unit here is 12 inches. So I'm just going to guess and say that this is 6 and this is 3. I've been wanting to do one ever since we did one as a raffle quilt for my quilt guild, and I didn't win it. It was so pretty with yellow blues. It was all batik, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that colorway or do something different, but I just thought, you know, this part is the hard part on this, on the block. Just because it's a diamond, and then you can paper piece it, but then you have to pull out all the pieces. So this is the one that I got. So I try to think about what would be more difficult for me to cut with my rotary cutter when I'm buying dies. Then this is the die that I got free for buying the other dies. This is that Cleopatra die. So we'll be doing this one, at least doing one block. A lot of people are saying that it's so complicated that they don't even know if they're gonna do more than one block. So we're in an unknown situation. We don't know if this is gonna be hard or easy to piece. So if you think this right here going down the middle, this is half of your block over here. So it's got a lot of curves, but then it does have like these straight lines going through as well. So it has some straight piecing, and then it has some curve piecing. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. And this, they're asking, will this go through the big? She's talking about the Go Big Electric. Yes, all of these, any die will go through your Go Big Electric because it's the biggest Go. These are all Go dies right here. The 3 that I just showed you are Go dies. So once I finish sewing my pineapple together, then I'm going to switch over to the Cleopatra die. And then we'll work on these on the Saturday sewing chats. So that's the plan. And since I was ordering and I needed one more die to get the Cleopatra die for free, I went ahead and ordered the Olsen mask die, but I did get this one on the studio so that I could cut more mask at one time. So this is the studio die, will not work in the Go Big Electric. And I have not made the Olsen mask, and I thought if I were going to make it, it definitely would have to be rotary cut for me, because I'm just not one to want to sit down and cut all that stuff out by hand. My hand starts to get hurt. I think I have carpal tunnel a little bit in them, so I just don't want to be bothered with that. So at some point, I will be making an Olsen mask. I want to use the die. I also want to try it out. And then I've been seeing different ways that you can still use elastic. You can use the ties. You can use one tie or two ties. So you can choose how you want to make your mask. So, but pretty interesting. So those are the 4 dies that I got. On Saturday morning, I went to a friend's house. She's a long arm quilter, been quilting for years, and she was getting rid of all of her permacore type thread, like signature thread, American Ifrit threads. I always just call them A and E. I had to think of their name. So she was giving me all of her, like, they're really like polyester threads with a mercerized cotton over the top. But that's what I mostly long arm quilt with. So she gave me all of her thread because she's going strictly to glide. And once you change your tensions for glide, you don't want to be going back and forth between the two. You have to change you have to get another bobbin. You have to you know, constantly be changing your tension on the top when you're switching the types of thread that you're using. So that's one of the reasons why I've never switched over to any other brand, because I just like where my machine is sitting in its sweet spot. So I leave it there. But she was having a quilter sale, and because she gave me all the thread, I decided to spend money on some fabric. So I'll just quickly run through this. She was selling fabric for $3 a pound. And also her granddaughter was helping her, and she was selling ruler, like you can put these to identify your rulers, not your ruler, your scissors, I'm sorry. And so she was selling these for a couple dollars. So I just bought this to help the little entrepreneur. You know, you got to encourage our kids. So I was trying not to buy a whole lot too, but so just a piece of blue. This is like you can't hardly see it, but it's got a white on beige, and it was the part of a quilt backing, so I just bought it so that I can use it as a light scrap. So not a whole lot of big pieces because I really didn't want to buy a whole lot. I actually thought this was interesting. I had never seen that piece before. It's got like purple and brown on a white. Red. And this is where I had to shut my eyes because they had a lot of fossil ferns there. So this was like a 1 yard cut. I've had this fabric in other colorways, but not this one. Right here. And I don't think I'm getting comments again. I think I'm almost going to have to leave it on for it to give me comments. A piece of yellow. I like this stripe too. It's one of my favorite. I'm going to actually use it as a binding somewhere. But I like that. Yellow. So I went for particular colors. Yellow was my main color, and then purple. Like this yellow with the green in it. Yellow with polka dots. I think I may have this one, but I got it anyway. It's just a scrap. And then this is 2 pieces of the same. I just thought it was pretty good if I needed it for a background or something. So it had another piece the same. Right here, that's better. Kind of look like sunflowers. I've had this piece in other colorways, but not this one. Pale yellow with some stars. And this is the last yellow, I think. I've had this in some other colorways as well. I might even have this yellow. I think I bought like a fat quarter pack or something of those fabrics. Now we're in the purples. I think this is a Motor Marble. Oh, from Patrick Luce. This is, it was just weird. And sometimes I'll go ahead and get the weird fabrics. It's a little bit different. I didn't even know this one was inside of this fabric. So there's that piece. And I can't see your comments because I'm putting fabric in front of my face. And I just dropped some fabric. Let's see. I dropped a piece of fossil ferns. Another fossil fern. And I saw other ones. I just said don't buy it. Oh, I got one more. So I told her, tell, this one's a pretty good amount of that green one. Let's see how much yardage is on here. So this one's over, it's about 1.5 yards. So just think of the fossil ferns. I got 3 pieces of those. I had 5 pounds. So I paid $15 for the fabrics. Another piece of purple. This is just plain, and I didn't know this other stuff was inside. Just a plain piece. But when I get ready to do like a little scrap quilt, I'll just have some new fabrics that I can add in. And I think I got one more piece of purple here. Piece of green. It was just because it was bright, you know. Lime green. And this is a fat quarter. Just a background piece. And this one I thought I could use with African fabrics or animal prints. So that's why I got that one. And then she had patterns for 50 cents. Don't need patterns, but I got 2 anyway, just because they were 50 cents. Sometimes I just read stuff like it's a book. So this is the first one called My Favorite Bag. And it is by Katie Cupcake Pattern Company. It's up here, Katie Cupcake Fabric Company. And then I also got the Braided Notions bag by Heirloom Elegance Designs. So that's what I got from there. Next thing I did was I had one of my purchasers of the seam ripper. Her seam ripper rolled off her tabletop and her seam ripper broke, so she asked me about getting replacements, and I didn't get any replacements with the first order. I have had my ripper for a long time and haven't had to replace, so I didn't order any replacements. So I went and ordered 3 replacements seam rippers and 3 replacement stilettos. So I have sent her order for her replacement, but I also wanted to talk to you guys about some other stuff that when I'm taking the October orders, you may be interested in. So what I did, instead of just sending an order in for just the seam rippers and stiletto replacements, I went ahead and ordered some stuff because, again, people are still wanting items. If you don't want these items, you can still wait till October because I can still put them on my website and try to sell them that way. But if you all are interested in anything that I'm about to show you other than what I don't have in stock, because I just bought one to show you all, like the seam rippers and the presses for the most part, and then I can show you what else he got. So what I did was I ordered some stuff to show you all what he has. So I'll start with the replacement parts, and I'm not going to take them out of their bags and their wrappings because I don't want to have to put them back. But this is how your replacement stiletto looks. And then this is how the replacement seam ripper is packaged. And these are $6 a piece. And then it's going to be like $4 to mail. I can't mail for any cheaper than $3 and some change. So I just always round up because I still got to pay for my bags I put your stuff in, the shipping labels, the tape, and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hate for you just to have to order just this and pay $4 in shipping. But that's just, you know, when I'm sending stuff, this can't go as a envelope, as a business envelope, because it's hard. And they will not ship stuff if you put the wrong type of packaging on it. So I make sure I send all my stuff as packages to make sure that they don't hold it up at the post office. So now we want to talk about seam ripper rolling. He does make, and he says that this is about a ½ inch shorter. He just sent me this that he had made. He doesn't have any of these made, but he do make this, and it only comes in this style of wood, the natural wood. And it does keep your ripper from rolling. So if you're somebody that feel like your ripper is going to roll and hit the floor, they do have what they call ripper rest. That's what I'm going to call it. And so it just keeps it from rolling. Now, there is nothing on the back. If I was buying this and using this, I probably would glue some of the chef liner onto the back to make sure that it doesn't slide on your tabletop. And this is $6 right here. So I just wanted to let people see what it is. And he said it is a ½ inch short. So if I put this here, I can see where it's a ½ inch short right here. But he did put a note on that. And he didn't charge me for this one because I asked to buy one. And he just said he had some things come up and he was trying to just get my order out as quickly as he could. And he didn't want to set up for just one of these. So he just sent me the one he had as a sample. Just so you know it's available. Two things that I did not show you all because I didn't know they had them at the time is what I'm wearing, and then also what's in this bag. And I also want to show you on this one, this is another print that he has available, another style. It's called African Violet, and it's like natural browns and tans with that neon purple, kind of on that neon one. A medium purple. It's kind of weird, but that's what this is. And then on the end, this is actually a seam ripper stylus. And on one end, you end up with a seam ripper, and then the other end you have where you can work with your devices. So that's what this one is. And I just ordered one of some of this stuff just so I could show you all, because I feel like if you see it, it's better than me trying to explain what it is. So that's one. Put this back up. Put this up too. This is mine. I don't want to lose that. That over here. And then on the rippers and presses, I do have sets available. Let me see what sets I have. Get those out. Most people were buying them in sets, so I bought most things as a set. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and sort of kind of 8 sets. So this one here is a set. You can see the colors here. This is Blue Angel, I think. I don't have the names in front of me. It's been a while since I looked at them, but I think that is Blue Angel. Or is it Bluebell? This is Blue Angel. It is Blue Angel. I'm sorry. So that's a Blue Angel set. This is a Tequila Sunrise set. Key Lime set. This is a natural set. Cherry Wood. We're going to skip that. This is that African Violet again. Trying to get it so you can see it. There you go. Right there. African Violet. Got that set. And got the Neon set. And then this one, I've got this is the Bluebell set here. Trying to get it to the side. And then I also got a needle case in this set. So this one will be priced different. The other sets are $45 plus 6 for shipping. This needle case costs $15, I think. So it'll be $45, so $60 for this plus 6 for shipping. So $66. And then this one, I asked him to send me gemstone, which is this one. And they made a mistake and sent me the gemstone ripper stiletto, but they sent me the gatorwood press. And so I do know people can make mistakes, so I just let it go. They were saying, you know, do you want me to, you know, because they making this stuff to order because I bought them out of everything that they have. So he would have to go back down there and restart up and make a mess just for one wood press. And I just told him, just forget it. So I do have one that is not a set if you're interested in a gemwood ripper to go with your press. And then I do have a gatorwood press that's just a solo press if you just want to press. This is the only solo press that I have. The only solo ripper stiletto combo. And then people, you know, you just take them and turn them around so that you can get to the actual tool side. Because people are unsure. When I show this stuff, they like, well, what is it? What do you do with it? And the reason I like them is because you don't lose the caps on them. Okay. So that's also available. This is what I bought my husband. It's a ratcheting screwdriver. And I picked just a basic wood. My husband doesn't like a whole lot of patterns or prints, but these can come in any of the styles that I've shown you before that you can get your presses in. And then you just take these and rotate these around. And I don't know how this opens up, but this opens up, I thought. I could be mistaken. Maybe that's it. It's just these two. But I thought that there was a smaller one in here. But I could be mistaken. But I'll let my husband figure that out. I think, let me see what this costs. This is, I think $32. I didn't bring the paper in here. I got another piece of paper. But I think this is $32. But it's really nice where you can screw and then unscrew. You go one way to screw, and then you flip the switch here. I don't know if it'll even show up, these arrows. But you can kind of see something along these ridges here. But you flip the switch, and then you can unscrew as well. And my husband likes this type of stuff. So I got it for him for his birthday, but he wanted it early. His birthday is in October. So that's that part. What's on my neck is another Ripper Stylus. and she was wearing one of these. She was actually quilting when we were there, and I thought these would be really good at retreats where you could always keep up with your seam ripper. It actually is magnetic, where it just pulls out, and then when it goes back in, you can hear it snap. And then you pull out your ripper on this end. So I just got this in neon to match my set that I already have. But I thought that was interesting that they also had them on here. And I think these would be great for long armors too, or just people that are walking around that just like to have your ripper always available. You don't have to worry about losing it. The last thing for sewing, people didn't know that they could order the sewing machine ruler holder. Somebody asked it. I missed that. I said, yeah, it was in the video. I opened it. This was one of those gifts that he had given me before. And so I accidentally sold mine. So I had to go back and order another one so I could get mine back, because I do want one. I just think it's cool. I'll just probably use it as decoration. But I just love that he can do this. And he does these in all 50 states plus Puerto Rico. And he also has a cat and a dog that he does the shapes of. And it's interesting how he does this. He actually buys his wood, and then he takes his wood, his raw wood, and he puts these slits in it. And then he comes back and cuts his shapes out of it with the wood already being grooved already. So I thought that was pretty cool because it's a great time saver. And then the last thing I got, I ended up getting a 9-piece crochet set just so you all could see it. And I wanted to see it and hold it. I did see it when I went to visit him, but I wanted one in my possession because, like I said, just showing you all stuff. I didn't really do a great job videotaping all of that stuff, so I just wanted to come back and do it this way. So I got it in that African violet because I just fell in love with it when I saw it. So it's got like that natural wood, but then also some color, which is great for me. And then you actually turn your crochet hooks around like that. So I wanted to get one because I wanted to see how they were set up. So you can get a 6-piece or a 9-piece. So when you get the 9-piece, then this handle part with the one blade was in the slot here, and then your other ones are just laying in the slot waiting to be used. So you only get one handle, but then you get the 9 crochet hooks to go with it. These are in sizes C through K, and they are for 9-piece. It is $90. So you can get a 6-piece, and the 6-piece is $60. So I just thought that I would show you all this. I do crochet sometimes, so I might end up going back to that as I'm aging, just in case. So I thought this would be a good time for me to just update them. And then it comes in this box. It does have a little magnetic closure on it, but I wanted to see it because sometimes when you have stuff on the website, then it comes out to be totally different than what he's showing us. Like, he doesn't even show the color wood on the website, but then we can get color wood. So I just like to get stuff. And again, those handles can come in any style that you want. So I think I'm done with that. And your 6-piece, I think the 6-piece comes with, it starts with size C and go up for 6 of your pieces. So you'll go C through H if you just want the 6-piece, and that's $60. He does not at this time have crocheting hooks. He did say that he'll make like yarn bowls, but he doesn't price that until they're ordered because of different prices for the wood at the time. So I don't know a whole lot about that. I didn't see any of them made up. They're like custom. They're made as they're ordered, and then I guess people might have particular sizes, so I don't know how I can sell that to you because I didn't actually see that. So, and I don't normally, I just pull mine out the skein and just go. So I don't really roll mine into a ball like some people do. So let me go out of here so I can get back in here, because I am nowhere near the comments. And I'm sure I'm going to miss some comments because it's probably not going to let me go all the way back. So I tell you, it's only letting me go back to 7:30. So if you have a question and I don't read it, just go ahead and put it back down in the comments. I'm starting at 7:30 with June Hansen. She says, like your fabric and dyes. Thank you, June. Beautiful fabric from Sarah. You got a lot of fabric. Oh, cow, Mary, you're kidding. I don't know what Mary said before. T, lovely fabrics. Well done. Thank you so much. Jada's talking to Mary as well. Lisa Peg says, pretty awesome fabric haul, Miss T. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Deanna J is here saying hello, all. Regina Connor is here saying hello, everyone. Pray all are safe. Hi, Regina. Diana says, love your fabric choices. Virgie says, wrap a rubber band around the middle of the ripper to keep it from rolling off the table. That's a good idea too, Virgie. Mary says, I like the color. Remember, thumbs up, everyone. That's from Kim Burris. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Gina says, love the color. Good idea, Virgie. I keep my rippers, teeny rulers, etc. in a deep cup. No rolling, no losses. Yes. And I felt so bad because when you spend $30 for something and then it rolls off your desk and break and then you can't even use it, it's just got to feel awful. So that's why I went ahead and did this interim order, because, you know, that's just heartbreaking when you spend that kind of money and only used it once or twice. Phyllis G says, hi, T and everyone. Hi, Phyllis. Eric Oda is in here. I missed that. Mario Dennis says, made it. Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome. And Diane saying, I want a toolkit. If you already ordered something from me, I have no way of knowing what it is, what your style is. So you'll have to email me your orders. I'm going to, officially, I'll take your orders now since we're in September. But I'm going to be placing this order. I haven't looked at a calendar yet to know what the first week in October the date is that I'm going to be accepting them. But just know that the order is going in. Everything needs to be paid prior to order, because this is custom order being made specifically for you. Also, I do want to talk about orders since we're talking about it anyway. In all future orders, I am not responsible if your package is tracked as being delivered and your package is stolen at your door. I'm also putting that on the invoices that are going out. If you're somebody that live in an area where you feel your packages need to be signature, then I can add that extra fee so that you can make sure that you can sign for your package when it gets there. I'm willing to do that. But I don't really want to raise the postage rate for everybody, because postage is going to go up a little bit anyway in October. So I don't want to raise everybody else's postage for people that are having difficulty getting their packages. But do know that these are custom made items. It's not like it's a pattern that you bought from me that I can easily go and get you another one and get it into the mail. This is a custom order. I don't have these things sitting around for me to replace an order. So most of my stuff, when you order the rippers and stuff, I try to get bags the size of your products so that they're small bags that they'll fit inside your mailbox. But if you're ordering like the ruler or the crochet hooks, those items have to go by priority mail, and then they go into larger packaging and they won't fit in your mailbox. So that's when people then start to see your packages being delivered. So I do know that, you know, it's an issue all around the country where packages are being stolen from people's homes. So, but I can't eat the cost of packages being stolen for something that I can't easily replace, because when I go back to him, I still got to pay what he wants me to pay for the product. And I can't do that after I pay to ship it to me, and then I'm doing the shipping to you all on top of that. So I'm already losing money by paying for the shipping that he's shipping it to me. So I just want to make sure everybody is clear. If you know that your packages get stolen in your area, just let me know and I can add on a signature requirement so they don't just leave it at your door. Trying to make sure I get back down. Nice Christmas gift. I think they're talking about the screwdriver. I was going to buy one of those neck seam ripper stylus things, but it was way too short for me. That's Eric Oda, the giant man. Let's see. Kim says he has an awesome line of stuff, and he still has where he has wine goblets, where like any of these styles he can put in the middle of wine goblets, and he had those too, but that's not on my sheet. It was a new product that he had created, and he was making them in the Mizzou college colors, and it was something else he made to go with them. But I thought the wine goblets were really cool too, because when you go to parties and they tell you take your own glass or something, so you know, like when they have those BYOB parties, and then you bring your own glass, you will know your own goblet by the style that you chose in the wood. It's amazing what he can do. It's amazing. But I don't even know the prices of that. I want to say $15 per glass, but I'm not really sure on that yet. But he was doing that for the university. They was having some kind of open house, and they were trying to sell stuff to the, the college kids up there. I wonder what the Hawaii ruler would look like. You got 7 different islands. Oh, well, I don't know what I think you're just going to get the big island. I can imagine. Ellen says, oh my gosh, I love the chain on your ripper. Maury says, are those on the product page? No, when you can, if you're ordering custom, you need to email me at Teaquilts, which is Teaquilts, the name of my YouTube channel, at Teaquilts.com. So you have to order through email telling me what you want and what style. And so I did a video earlier where I showed you the styles. The only style that I didn't have was this African Violet one. That's the new one. That's that African Violet again. So yes, you can order anything you want. That's why it's a custom order. That's why they have to be prepaid. And then when you send me what your order is, I'm going to say like toward the middle to end. It just depends on how many orders I have. I'm going to start sending out invoices, and those invoices need to be paid by September 30th, because when I get into October, I'm going to be compiling everybody that's paid and sending him that order. So I'm not going to do any add-ons. If you're late this time, you're just late. We're going to get these orders in because I want him to be able to get these orders in so that they'll make sure that we have them back so we can get them for Christmas gifts, and they're not going to get all mixed up in the Christmas mail. So that's why I'm doing October instead of November. I got the 9-piece somewhere in my crafting supplies. That's Eric. He's talking about the crochet kit. That's Frances Jackson. Hi, welcome. She says, hi, T. Sorry I'm late. You get here when you get here, girl. You're never late here. What's the price on the crochet set? If you get the 6-piece needles, which is C through H, that's $60. If you get C through K, which is 9 needles, it's $90. So basically you're paying $10 per needle. June says, all of that is very nice. June, I think I sent you and somebody else an invoice. Your product is in. I just didn't show it. You all wanted presses any style, so your order is in as well. I sent you an invoice. You just need to pay it, and I'll get that in the mail probably on Friday next time I go to the post office. Thank you, Darlene. She's answering questions down there. She says it's $90. You $90 for the 9 needles, $60 for the 6 needles. So that's how I can kind of remember the price of the needles. Kim says that handle would be great for arthritic hands, and that's why he said that they made them was because some crocheters had approached him and said that they were having difficulty holding them. And then they do make them where they, like these are standard. When you turn it around and push it in, that's the standard size crochet hook. He said some people have larger hands, and they do make them like a 1/2 inch, I think, and 3/4 and maybe an inch longer for people that have really long hands. Now, I have long hands, but I can't play the piano. But I still feel like the regular size fit in my hand very well. So I think that it'll work either way. Yarn bowls are nice. That's from Darlene. I just was so disappointed that he didn't have any bowls to show me. Diane saying it will make a great Christmas gift. Carla Ford is here, says hello to you everyone. Hope your day and evening went well. It went as well as it could be. I'm just going to say that. I try to do so many things in a day, and things happen, and then I don't get everything that I want to get done because of other stuff slowing me down. So today was grocery shopping day. I actually went to Sam's, got to Sam's, and had left my wallet at home, okay? And my husband even had the Sam's card. So when I came back home, he then decided he was going to go with me. So that was nice. But, you just have those days where you feel like I don't want to do anything, but it's like I had too many things to do to just stop. I had to keep going. Regina says, is it possible that he can cut the wooden ruler holder on a slant so that someone can have their rulers hanging on a wall on a slant? I don't know. These are all cut straight. I can email him, Regina. That's a great question. I'll email him that question and see what he says, because I know that I don't know if he's set up to do that, but I'll surely ask him. I know what she's saying. For those that don't know what she's talking about, all of these are just straight. And so she's saying if you put it on the wall, that your rulers will fall out. And what she wants is these lines to be angled in, say at like a 45-degree angle. My ruler rack over here has those angled lines. So I know exactly what you're talking about, Regina. I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to him, the one that I have over here. Great question. Lisa says, wish you guys could hear this big old owl hoot. It's a big bird. What happened to your Accuquilt? Nothing happened to my Accuquilt. This is what I do. When I'm in these meetings or in sewing, like I'm in the sewing chats and you all are talking about how expensive things are. And so I know some of you all have asked me to let you know when Accuquilt have sales on the die cutting machines. So in the St. Louis area, if somebody has a machine at a regular price, I will then put it in Facebook if anybody want to buy a die cutting machine. I didn't sell my die cutting machine. I was selling somebody else's that I didn't even know. But the reason why I do that is because I'm helping my quilters. I want to make sure that if, people, I know die cutting can be expensive, but when I find a great deal, then I want to share it. And so make sure that one of my people can get it. And so soon as I see it, I'm trying to get somebody to get it right away. So that's what was going on with that. I found on the Facebook Marketplace, somebody was selling an Accuquilt Go for $150. That machine is $300 by itself. And then they had about 5 dies and 2 mats or something that they were selling it all as a package for $150. That was a great deal. I wanted to buy it myself, but I'm like, what are you going to do with it? So I was trying to make sure that somebody I knew got it. Carrie Davis is here saying hello from Woodbridge, Virginia. Welcome, Carrie. My stepdaughter, my daughter's name is Carrie. I don't know why Diane is so hard-headed. say, Diane, email me. She's telling me toolkit, neon in the chats here. Doris says, T, how much did you say the chain and seam ripper cost? That was a great question because I didn't. I thought I had my bill for that one. Let's see. This is $30 too. So this is $30. I was trying to remember to bring the price list that he sent me with the first order in here, but I didn't. So I don't have everything because he don't put everything on here. But this one I knew was on there because it was new. Let's see. Joan Elkins is here saying, hi, everyone. I think it was Joan Elkins that ordered a press, two presses, any color. Your order is in, Joan, and I can mail it as soon as you pay your invoice I sent you. It'll be Friday, though, because I don't think I'm going to the post office tomorrow. And, and Eric is like, wait, wine goblets? Yes, sir. And they were pretty good size ones, he took the middle and made them the color that you wanted. So I go to a lot of parties, like with line dancing, it's always BYOB. And so it's just nice to know where your glass is compared to somebody else's glass. So it's pretty cool. But it would be so cool to come in with that decorated one. So I'll probably get that on my next order. He talking about give me 10 dozen. He's so silly. Oh, he is crazy. Let's see. Got Cynthia Shade here. She's saying good evening from Chicago. Hi, Cynthia. June says, okay, T, and I found just a plain wood one that is for left-handed people. Really? I haven't seen one made for just left-handed people. Eric says, that reminds me I need to post my birthday margarita picture. I saw a man in a pool with a salted rim. Was that you, Eric? That's from Lisa. And Diane says, I want a better look at the crochet hooks. I think they are aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. I get my metals mixed up, but I think that's what it is. And I'm just going to show you the one that's on the stick, that's on the handle. And it's the size C. And then he's got the C and then the number 2, if you can see that, I'm hoping. If I can hold it still. I can't hold it still, guys. I'm sorry. But, and then, and it's light, it's not very heavy. I don't have a scale in here. But I think that this is aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what it looks like. And then, of course, this top part here gets thicker because of the size of your hook. But this part here, down to the bottom, starting here to the bottom, are all the same size so that it fits into the hook. Lost my chats again. So I got to start over again. Let me see. I put my phone down. It just does what it wants. Let's see. Duana Montreal is here. She says, hello, T and everyone else. Hi, Duana. Pamela says, can't wait to see that, Eric. Okay. She says she didn't get the notification and she was on screen. And that happens sometimes with YouTube. Some people just don't get their notifications. You're welcome, Regina. She's saying thank you for... I'm going to definitely take a picture of the one that I have and ask him about that so he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Sarah says, good evening, everyone. I hope y'all have a blessed evening. Bye. It's already 8:05. I didn't realize I was going to be chatting this long. I guess I had a lot of stuff to go through, huh? Virgie says, does that include the chain? Yes, it came like this with the chain. So you don't have to go out and find a chain. And I don't know what this chain is, but we know it's not going to be, you know, silver, okay? So, but it's a nice thick rope. I mean, it's thicker than what I thought. It's kind of like a rope chain. It's not just thin chain. So it's not going to easily break. And I decided to get one because I'd rather get something and try it out and have it break on me if it's going to break, instead of you all buying it and then it's breaking on you all. Trying to see who else. LaConte Middleton has come in saying hi, everyone. June Hanson. Oh, she says she got that left-handed one from Quilt in a Day. Darlene says nice hook. It's deep. It is aluminum. That's Eric. Kind of a matted aluminum, and that's why it was kind of throwing me off. But I think that it is aluminum, and I don't know if he tells you on the website what they're made out of, but I feel like it's an aluminum hook. And Diane, I guess when I told her I put my phone down and it just starts doing stuff, she says better than your pup deleting people. I can handle that all by myself. I put people in timeout. I put my moderators in timeout by accident. Janet Mackerel says, T, tell him us quilters need a screwdriver that's small for us to use on our machines in the color wood to match our pressers and rippers. Also, how much was the stylus ripper? The stylus ripper, I did pay for that. See, I asked for this, and then they sent me the stylus ripper and charged me for that one too. I didn't even ask for it because I didn't even know they had it, okay? Or I couldn't remember. It's $30 too. So that one's $32. Okay. Diane says stainless steel, but the it's not stainless steel when you get to the crochet hook. Goes to you guys. That's from Pamela. Diane and T always putting me in timeout. Yeah, I know sometimes I can be too much. he started acting up. So Angela Stringer saying good night, y'all. Blessings. So I don't have anything else. If anybody got any quilt related questions that we didn't get a chance to get to tonight, we will be here Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, doing a 2-hour sewing chat. I haven't done a thing on my pineapple block since I sewed half of them into pairs, so I guess I'll come back and sew the other half into pairs on Saturday. I need to press my other seams. So, I had a lot to go through today, so I took up our whole hour with stuff for the most part. And Diane's telling Eric only when he's a bad boy. Actually, T, I do have a quilt related question. That's from Eric. I'm trying to wait a few minutes just to give people a chance to come in. And I have to remember, let me, on his receipt, because I don't have any more paper, huh? Ask about slanted lines on the rack, and then they want a small screwdriver. For sewing machines. And then also, and you want it with the wood to match your set with style wood. And then the ruler rack, we want it slanted. I can't even hardly write on here. I hope I can see it later. Okay. Pamela says, gotta go. Gotta see you guys next week. And Diane is saying stainless steel. I think the other part of it is stainless steel, but the top part of it is aluminum, Diane. Diane and T always putting me in timeout. Okay, so let's go down here. Let's see. Did I miss Eric's question then? I went back because I missed Janet's question. Sorry about that, Janet. Actually, Joan Elkin says, I'm looking for an invoice. We'll pay ASAP. I've already sent you an invoice, Joan. Should have been mailed to you yesterday. I sent them yesterday. Eric says, do you notice any differences on cutting mats between different brands? Sometimes I feel like some of the textures are different. Some of them have like padding in between. I haven't noticed like lines, and that's because I don't really use the lines on my cutting mat to cut. The only time I use the lines on my cutting mat is like if I'm doing borders or something. But I have a 36-inch long ruler, and I tend to use my rulers instead of the lines on my machine. I'll get a tape measure when I'm doing my borders and measure down so far and put a little mark. So I don't really use my line, so I can't really say, but that's a great question we can do for a Monday mega poll, because we got a lot of people in there and they can put their comments in the comment box. I'm going to write that one down, Eric. Monday mega poll. Difference in and it probably be rulers. Some people will say rulers too, but I haven't had any issues with that. Difference in mats between brands. Let's see. Lisa says, okay, I goofed cutting for Borgello, cut strips in different sizes before I sewed strips together. Any suggestions? She says, I goof cutting for Borgello, cut strips in different sizes before I sewed strips together. Any suggestions? I don't think you're going to be able to do the Borgello because the seams nest. Unless you're okay with your seams not nesting, then you'll still be okay. They don't have to line up with the seam allowance. Sometimes it might even be better to sew it where they're not matching, because it'd be easier and quicker to sew. You don't have to worry about doing all that pinning or nesting, pressing the seams to the other direction. But hopefully somebody else has an idea that can help you. Eric says, I had my Fiskars mat for years and it's still going, but wondering if other brands are the same. Was looking for the bill, haven't found it. I'll try to remember when I go to the computer to send you all a reminder. It'll send a second bill. T, do you think that you could find a die for the 1.5-inch strips on sale or Facebook Marketplace? This is the thing when I'm looking at locally for sales, and that's why I specifically say when I find stuff, anybody in the St. Louis metro area, when I find great deals, it's because it's a great deal because you just go pick it up. Dies are bulky. That's 24 inches. They're pretty heavy when you're talking about going somewhere and having to find a way to box it up. That's going to be a problem. And then you've got to pay for that box size. They charge you by your box size. So with companies, the postal companies give them a discount because they do bulk posting or bulk mailing when you are a big company. I'm not a big company, so I'm not one that qualify for that. But big companies don't pay the same shipping rate as if I would walk in the store and say I want to mail this. So that's how come some places can give you free shipping when you spend $100, because they'll just eat the cost that they're going to charge them because it's not that much. it's not conducive for me to mail you a bargain on a die, because by the time you pay the shipping, say it's $25, $30 worth of shipping, could be more than that. For a strip die, when I'm going into the place, because they're going by weight and box size, you know, it's not a great sale at that point. So it's just best to wait when Accuquilt has a good sale, and then you can get it from their actual site, because once you get to a certain point, then they're gonna, I think it's $100, they'll do free shipping. Most of your strip dyes are gonna get close to that $100. You just spend another $20 or something, and you got the free shipping. And instead of paying $10 or $12 in shipping, you at least got another $20 worth of product somewhere. That's how I kind of look at shipping. But so you'll have to look in your marketplace. What I have, my Facebook marketplace, I set it up so that anything within a 25-mile radius, it'll tell me that it's there. Now, sometimes I'm not on Facebook all the time, so I get my notifications late. But you know, that's how you can get notified, that you do a search, and then you tell them to keep you notified whenever something comes up with that search item. So that's how you do it, Ellen. Oh, she's saying the chain is stainless steel. Diane, you got to put everything in there. We talking about crochet hooks. We talking about stylus. We talking about the necklace ripper. You got to be specific, girl. Susan T says, hi, I'm late. Really late. Hi, everyone. Yes, you are, girl. Doris O is talking to Eric, so I'm going to skip that. And we're going to ask that on Eric's question on Mega Monday poll next week, and I'm sure we'll have people in the comments with their opinions as well. The cutting mat that is on your long arm table, is that an Omega? No, it's actually, it came with my big board. I can't remember, Soline or Simplicity. I can't remember which one. I'll have to let you know, Eric. And that's the first time that I've ever bought that type of a mat. And I had to buy a second one. I've only had it since I've been retired. And I bought a second one because I've cut right through the zero line on the other one. So I just use it. I just use both of them now, but I turned the other one upside down so I know not to cut on that zero line. Let's see. Joan says, I bought the Ortiza mat, was liking it, don't know how long it will last. And I do like Ortiza's mat too, and I like that they got a light and a dark side, which is nice too. Teresa says, what pattern did you say the other day you and Eric are doing from Free Spirit? That's not me and Eric, that's me and Kevin, and it's called Big Charmer Quilt. Robin says, I would be interested in a hanging ruler holder. I'm going to email him and let him know that, you know, the request was put there, but I don't know if he can make them yet, but I will definitely let you all know what he says. The reason I asked, because I am compiling a beginner quilting class and was talking about differences in certain tools when it came to cutting mats. I was like, I don't know. And I'd probably say, yes, because some mats have like thinner lines. Like if you're measuring from one end to the next, it's probably okay if you're just measuring. But when you start cutting, you're trying to figure out, do I cut in the center of the line? If it's a thick line, it can be confusing. But most of my mats have thin lines. So I'm thinking that if your mat lines are thin, you should be okay. But if you come across a mat with a thick line, then you're kind of wondering, where is it that I'm supposed to cut? Am I supposed to cut on the inside of the line, the outside, or the middle? So you kind of, it gets a little questionable. But everything that I have, they're really thin. So I would think that most of the mats line up. I just never use my mats for measuring. I was just trained to use my ruler. I just trained myself from the start to use the ruler. Betty Harris says, what is the best quilt batting to quilt with? And that's all based on what it is you like in your final quilt. I'm sure you can search Teaquilts, because I've done Wednesday live. I sometimes will have subjects, and I will do a whole teaching thing, and we talked about all battings. So after this live, you can go search Teaquilt and just say quilt batting, and it should come up. But what I will say is, You have people that only like polyester batting because it's light, and when it's quilted, it fills everything in. You have some people that only like 100% cotton batting because they like it because it's denser and it's heavier, which I'm one of those people. The more you quilt it, the denser and more solid it gets. And then when it washes, you kind of get this antique feel of ruffles over the top. I kind of like that. Some people like Hobbs 80/20 because it's kind of a combination of the both. You kind of got some stability in it, but then when you kind of let your quilting space out a little bit, then you'll get the humps that feels like, say, a feather or something. You got people that are environmentally sensitive, and they want to buy recycled bats or battings that are made from recycled products. So it just depends. You got people that do show quilts. They put 2 battings. Some people might even put 3 battings in a show quilt. But most of them, they'll put like a 100% cotton underneath, and then they'll use like a wool batting on top. So it just depends on what it is that you're doing and what you're doing it for. Now on wall hangers, I've had people say they just like to use fusible batting because fusible batting makes it a little stiffer. If it's just going to hang on a wall, it's fine. But I find my cotton batting still works for my wall hangings too. So it's just a matter of what it is you want to do. And what I recommend is when I go to shows, the batting companies will give you about a 8-inch square. I'm just guessing at the size of each of the battings that they have, or they may sell one that's like a 15-inch square. They might have them for just $1 a piece. You can buy those and then do test quilting on all of them. Use the same style of quilting on all the bats, so that way you can compare them and just make sure you write on the top what it is that what type of batting is on the inside. I would use just plain old muslin fabric, make my batting samples if I needed to, and then I would write on it what each batting sample is. So that's a great way to know what it is you want for any particular quilt, because I don't use 100% cotton all the time. Right now I'm even using 80/20 because I bought a boat of it from somebody that I wanted to test, and I'm actually putting it in my quilt. I actually like the batting. It's not Hobbs. It's actually a little bit denser than Hobbs, but it's not heavy like the cotton. So I kind of like that too. It's an 80/20. Good night, Darlene. And let's see. And Ellen saying, okay, thank you, T. You're welcome. Lisa says, I need to replace my 20-year-old June Taylor mat. Y'all have a good night. God bless, from Kathleen. Good night, Kathleen. Now, Jones says, Ortiz's may be part cardboard, but it was cheap and new and easy to cut on, because it is a little thicker, but to me it's more like a cushion. But I guess cardboard could be cushion, but something, it's a little bit softer of a mat, so it's not as stiff as some mats, which I kind of like sometimes, because I think it kind of helps ergonomically with the Ortiz mat. I do have it. I have it packed when I go on retreats. That's the one that I take on retreats. Yep, the husband and I were talking about how old it was, but I use it for cutting many things besides fabric. And a lot of people use the cutting mats to do crafting on. They paint on them and everything else. So Maria says, I use wool batting if it's a gift. Jenny Doan uses her mat measurements. That's from Diane 57. Joan says, I was gifted the June Teller mat and it's wonderful. It is a small one, but has pressing mat on the other side. I have some of those too. I hardly ever use those. I had a friend who was hurt, you know, when you ironing and you got the Rowenta irons and you really ironing like continuously in a row, like when you're at retreat, if you've got 50 pieces and you're ironing all 50 pieces in a row, and looked up, her mat was curling up, so I didn't like that, so I kind of stopped using those mats. But I like the whole concept of just flipping to sew and then press on the other, you know, cut on one side and press on the other. I do like that concept. I like warm and natural as well as Hobbs. I like 80/20. June saying good night. Good night, June. Eric says, okay, thank you, everyone. I'll be interested in what people say on the cutting mat poll. Teresa says, sorry to Kevin and Eric for the mix-up. No problem. I just wanted to make sure Kevin didn't go, what am I doing? And Eric going, what am I doing? So, yeah. Hi, I have an expensive mat that came with my cutting table that someone glued on. And Cheryl Bean is here. She says, good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye, Cheryl. Okay. So, I think we're done. This was longer than I thought. I didn't think I was going to be on here this long. I didn't realize I was going to go that long. But we're almost at an hour and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut it here. Thank you all so much. I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday with the sewing chat. You can also ask any other questions over there. If you got any other questions, I'll get these questions. I'll text these over to this guy and see what he says. I'll make sure I take a picture of this rack that I do have that has my other stuff on it. So we'll end up with some additional questions and answers hopefully next week. So I will see you all. Want everybody to stay safe. Stay blessed, everybody. See you all next time.